Hey guys, welcome to Godzillathon once again, and I'm sorry I didn't post it last week. That other time that I posted on, like last week on Sunday, I actually finished a video on Saturday last week, but after that I passed out and I didn't get to post it. I'm so sorry. And that time I was working. So, yes, I'm posting it today, or right now at night. I'm posting another one maybe tomorrow on Sunday. I mean, at the end of somewhere in the last week of this month is spring break for me. Basically, that's where I get to post like a bunch of Godzilla movies on YouTube here. So yeah, that's pretty much how much I'm ever gonna deal with. I mean, there's still plenty of work I'm doing. Um, yeah. So we are now on episode 6 right now, and this is Invasion of the Astro Monster, which in the poster I put on DeviantArt was accidentally the American title Godzilla vs. Monster Zero, which when you're watching the movie it just says Monster Zero. Crackheads of USA. So the movie here is just, I'm sorry to any fans who are going to be so angry, if those of you who love it. To me, this is one of the most boring Godzilla movies I've ever seen. I mean, the first time I was watching it, I was a kid and I fell asleep. I mean, at night. Yeah, I would have liked to mention this, but but I always go to sleep in Godzilla whenever I watch movies on TV and stuff at night. I fall asleep. Basically, yeah. So the point is, when it comes to this movie, I watch it as an adult, like right now. Right now, it's just, oh my god, this movie's kind of boring still. I'm well, not an adult actually. I'm a teen, but when I'm watching this movie right now, it's just, I mean, I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, is it terrible? Is it bad? Is it horrible? I mean, kind of bad, but not horrible or awful or stuff. It's just boring. I mean, is it enjoyable? Yeah, it's kind of enjoyable to watch. I mean, it's not one. I mean, it is one of my least favorites, but not even part of my top 5. Probably part of my top 10 least favorite, but it's just, I don't even know how to explain it, but yeah, I mean, God, I can't even deal with that. Let's begin. So, when the opening scene starts, like the titles and shit, the title music is incredible. It's one of the most iconic songs ever. The Monster Zero March and stuff like that. I mean, oh, by the way, I don't think I mentioned this. Did I say about the Monster Zero in title and shit? Like, didn't I say that? I mean, I'm sure I did. If I haven't, then I'll put it on my comment or on my description. Sorry. It's really it's an iconic song. Like, really, it's very iconic. So, so after that, we meet our 2 astronaut characters. Fuji, like, Fuji, yeah, Fuju Kaizu, whatever his name is, and Glenn, which, by the way, astronaut Glenn is played by Nick Adams, who is like the first actor in a Japanese Godzilla movie. Like, he's the only character speaking English and the only character not dubbing in the US version. I mean, Christ. That's just crazy. We meet these 2 and they're heading to a planet, which it's a mysterious planet, which we knew as Planet X. Yes, I know Planet X because always the famous Planet X. They encountered the alien type human-like form which wait they're always called the Exilians. You remember the Exilians, like the ones we saw in Final Wars, which I'll get to the ending of that in a moment soon. So they said they are controlling a monster, like basically, which in the US version they call it Monster Zero, which is a stupid name for a monster we recognize. They show the monster and it revealed to be King Ghidorah. Obviously, just keep it in guard and shit. I mean, King Ghidorah, going around and shit. I don't know why they call him Monster Zero. That's just wrong. They just whatever. Whatever. I don't know. That I think the U.S. sucks. Screw you, USA. So basically, they're asking Fuji and Glenn that we could borrow 2 monsters from Earth to send them off to planet, and they asked for Godzilla and Rodan. So when when these 2 left the planet, the Exilians revealed on Earth too, and said that they're gonna take their monsters out of the planet and make Earth kind of safe. So basically, oh, by the way, did I ever forget? I don't know if I mentioned this. I'll get to that point in a moment. Oh wait, here it goes. Glenn, played by Nick Adams, was in the movie. He's dating a female character named Namikawa, played by Kumi Mizuno. I think that's her name. She's really hot. Like, I mean, somewhat hot. I mean, she's pretty in that movie. I mean, I'll get to her point in the next film, like in the next review, actually. So yeah. So anyways, the Exilians took both Godzilla and Rodan to Planet X. Actually, this is the first time that Godzilla is around in space, and that took place before and that's like the first time they ever done it. That's when people are thinking the video game on the NES, Monster of Monsters, was the first. But no, this is. Anyways, so Godzilla and Rodan are battling King Ghidorah and whatever kind of bull crap you ever call that shit. And at the end, when King Ghidorah was defeated by Godzilla and Rodan, and then here goes the famous Godzilla dance. Ha ha! That was a pretty iconic dance, right? And well, in the U.S. version, the controller says a happy, whatever you call it. Oh, a happy moment. Yeah, that's what it is. A happy moment. I mean, here's the thing. I keep forgetting so much of that. I mean, I see both the Japanese and the American versions. I mean, I don't know which is better, to be honest. Yeah, I'm so sorry. So basically, with all the crap that's going on, Glenn and Fuji began to worry that the Exilians may have whatever it is to take over not just Japan but the entire planet Earth. Glenn's girlfriend, who he's dating, Namikawa. Here's a shocking moment. She's revealed to be an Exilian all along, and Glenn was disappointed with all that shit coming down for it. Oh my god, that's just horrible. Basically, I don't know what happened. I don't remember what happened to her, or whatever you call that shit that's happening. I just don't remember what happened to her. I just can't remember that much of the movie. I had to go back to watch it. Where's it go? Oh, okay. Let me just keep going all the way. Godzilla and Rodan were sent back from the Exilians to Earth, along with King Ghidorah for the help, controlling them and wrecking a bunch of shit going on in Tokyo. King Ghidorah, Rodan, and Godzilla are destroying too much of that crap. Then they use the famous, whatever you call those what kind of tanks they use again? You know, the famous tanks that you always see in Godzilla films, that one of the super weapons, you call it. I keep forgetting that type. Again, well, they use those kinds, and trying to get rid of the mind controls of Godzilla, Rodan, and King Ghidorah. And then finally, Godzilla, Rodan are back with King Ghidorah, of course, and the battle begins with these monsters. 2 against 1. Godzilla, Rodan against King Ghidorah. Actually, Mothra was supposed to be in this movie. I should have mentioned this. Mothra was originally planned to be in this movie, but they had no plans for Mothra. I don't know what just happened, so they just used Godzilla and Rodan. It was actually an Imago Mothra, if you ask me. At the end, with all the battle going on, these 3 kaijus fell into the ocean, just like in King Kong versus Godzilla or something like that. The monsters just fell in from a mountain into the ocean, I guess. And then guess who got out? King Ghidorah, of course. He got out of the ocean, floating crazy. Like, screw you guys, I'm out of here. That's how it goes. And people are actually wondering what happened to Godzilla and Rodan and stuff. They think they're dead. Well, to me, no, they're not dead. And well, we all know they're not dead, actually. Everyone knows that. So, I guess that's the end of the movie right there. So, again, very boring. I don't think I don't think I can ever have a happy moment when it comes to a boring slack fix of a film. It's just I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it's kind of boring. I mean, yeah, I could see why fans actually consider it one of the worst, because it's kind of boring. So basically, let me talk about the characters. Fuji he's alright. I mean, he's kind of great. I don't know what am I supposed to say about him, but he's okay. Nick Adams, who played Glenn. I don't even know Nick Adams that much. I just don't know him. I mean, he's an American actor. I mean, much like Raymond Burr, he is an American actor in a Japanese Godzilla film. Except that Raymond Burr was thrown in a Japanese Godzilla film. I mean, it's kind of lame. But he was thrown in because American Studio, you dumbasses. Fuck you, American Studio. Fuck you, American Studio. The only movie aside from this one I could think of what Nick Adams performed in was in Frankenstein Conquers the World, aka Frankenstein versus Baragon. It came out the same year as this one, and not to mention I didn't mention this. This is actually the first. This year, both of those movies came out the same year, where they introduced a new monster, which basically not Toho monster, but this is a kaiju that was introduced to the world called Gamera. You know Gamera, right? Both those movies came out the same year. Gamera came out first. Way to go, you jackasses! That's very funny of that. So Nick Adams, Nick Adams, he's okay, I guess. He's great. I love the characters. They're fine. So yeah. Oh, and the Exilians. I think I'm sorry to any fans who are gonna hate me so bad, especially Goji Fan 93. But what was that word I was gonna say? Oh yeah. The Exilians in this one, let me be honest, they're a lot better. And I think they're better than the ones in Final Wars because they actually look like aliens like I expected. They don't look like crappy ones that kind of ripped off the Matrix in Final Wars. I mean, okay, let's be honest. Anyone can rip off the Matrix. Anything could rip. Any type of movies could rip off the Matrix, whatever they want to. You know what? I'll get to that when I'm gonna review Final Wars. Anyways, yeah. So bottom line, yeah. I mean, it's kind of obvious. Oh, and yes, this movie's directed by Ishiro Honda, same composer, Akira Fukube. Like the one you knew, the Invasion of the Astro Monster theme song. Dun 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 dun. You know that song, right? It's famous, right? So iconic. Now I'm gonna talk about the monsters. Let me start out with Rodan. So basically, let me be clarified, people. This is my least favorite Rodan design. I mean, it looks disgusting to me. I don't understand why did Toho ever plan to change Rodan's design, like from the previous film, which is a pretty good movie and a great Rodan design, but they changed it up again, and it just looks so fucking horrible. It looks his face looks horrible to me. He has a horrible face. I mean, what else can I say? There's nothing to add to it. They even used the same design in, let's just say they used the same design in Destroy All Monsters, I guess. Basically, they do. And that's pretty much it. King Ghidorah, obviously, he's great. Like I said, he's a great Joker to Godzilla. Always the Joker. But this movie actually turned him into someone who is mind controlled by people that nobody has ever recognized. But it just doesn't work that way. It just feels like, I mean, and also Americanized version Monster Zero, it just didn't work out for me. I don't know if they ever called him Monster Zero in the Japanese version. What do they call him again in the Japanese version? If it's the same thing, let me know. If not, just let me know. Oh well. So yeah, and Godzilla's design. Yes, this is the same one. This is basically a new one, and it's reused in the next film. Yes, guys, you know the one. You know what James Rolls saying. This Godzilla looks like the Kooky Monster. Oh my god, that looks ridiculous. It looks ridiculous there. Oh, and the famous Godzilla dance. That was awesome, right? I actually found it one of the most funniest things ever. Just great. So after all that, we need to clarify this, people. This is still not my favorite. I mean, it is an average point, right? Yeah, I guess. So my final verdict on this movie, I think I might give this a 4.5 stars out of 4.5 out of 10. Basically, I don't know. If there's any of you who love this movie, that's great. I can understand. So, 4.5 out of 10, and I'll see you guys in the Oh No film. Don't bother with me. Don't make me bother with you, actually, when it comes to this one. So, thanks for watching, and see you all.